In this module, we will discuss what to look for related to phonemic awareness in your daily lessons and curricular tools. As we stated in other modules, use this video or the corresponding slides to support your facilitation of the LAT-G. Do you recall these terms? In this module, we'll discuss the terms related to phonology, which is the branch of linguistics that deals with the system of sounds, and terms like phonemes, which are the smallest unit of speech sound. We first discuss phonological awareness. Phonological awareness is the awareness of speech sounds. It's the ability to manipulate the sound structures in words, and it deals with spoken language. If we consider the word elephant, that word can be broken apart into three smaller parts called syllables. L-a-funt. Those syllables are part of spoken language with no print involved. Phonological awareness is working with larger sound segments. Here are some examples of phonological awareness skills. You can discriminate between sounds and words. What word doesn't belong with the others? Cat, mat, bat, ran. If you said ran, you were correct. The other words all rhyme. Here's another rhyming activity. What word rhymes with cat? If you said bat, hat, sat, mat, you were correct. Now let's think about initial sounds in words. What's the first sound in cat? If you said k, you were correct. Now keep in mind, we want to move quickly past this stage, and some students may not even need this to get to what's most important, and that's the phoneme level. But let's try to exercise your phonological skills. How many syllables are in each of these words? If you said one for cleaned, you were correct. Intelligent for miracle, 3. Now listen to these pairs of words and say whether or not they rhyme. Merry, scary. Yeah, they rhyme. Been, when. No, they don't rhyme. On, lawn. Yes, those pairs of words rhyme. Now let's try another one. Which word does not begin with the same sound? Listen carefully. We're talking about sounds. Thanks, thistle, thinker, there. If you said there, you were correct. It begins with the voiced th sound. Let's try another one. Which word has the same last sound as the word does? Miss, prize, nice. If you said prize, you were correct. It ends in the z sound, like the word does. Now say the first speech sound in these words. If you said eulogy, you were correct. If you said psychology, you were correct. And if you said quilt, you were correct. In the last 3 examples, we were isolating individual sounds and getting closer to the phoneme level of the word. Phonemic awareness is a subset of phonological awareness. It focuses on the individual sounds or phonemes in words. This includes segmenting, blending, and substituting phonemes. When we segment phonemes, we take a spoken word and break it up into individual sounds. So if I say cat, I can segment that word into 3 individual sounds. K, a, t. Blending is taking the sounds and putting them all back together again. So if I give you the sounds s, k, oo, o, put all those sounds back together again, and I get the word school. Substituting is when one phoneme is substituted for another. If the first sound in bat is changed to the new word is mat. Phonological awareness is the awareness of the sound structure, And phonemic awareness is a subset of phonological awareness where we focus on the individual sounds in words. Here are a few examples of phonemic awareness skills. Again, blending is when we take the individual sounds and we blend them back together again. If I give you the sounds k, at, what's that word? Cat. Phonemic segmentation is when I give you a word and you have to tell me each individual sound. So what are the sounds in cat? K, at. Now, phoneme deletion is when I give you a word and I ask you to take away one of the sounds. What is cat without the k? And if you said at, you are correct. Phoneme manipulation is when you have a word and you change a sound in the word to make it another word. So if I say cat and I have you change the a to what's our new word? Cut. Now you try a few. Blend these sounds together to make a whole real word. Did you say thumb? Good job. Y, u, n, I, v, s. That's the word universe. Okay, now try this. Count each sound as you say each of these words. How many sounds do you hear in each word? Chart. Ch, r, t. Flashy. F, o, a, sh, e. Here's a tough one. Axe. S. Let's try one more. Say smoke. Say it again without the Did you say soak? Now here's one last one. What is the third speech sound in vision? V, I, zh. Nice job. So what then is a phoneme? Well, a phoneme is the smallest meaningful unit of sound in spoken language. Let's think about that for a minute. Say the word bit. Now say bit, but change the I to A. Did you say bait? Great. Now say bait. Change the A to O. Did you get the word boat? Now say boat, but change the O to aw. Did you say bought? Good job. We made linguistic changes to the words. That's what phonemic awareness training is. Linguistic changes to words, not written units. So by understanding how the sounds of speech work, children are able to better attend to matching the speech sounds to their orthographic representations. When we teach phonemic awareness, we can do it in a logical scope and sequence. We first teach learners to identify the first sounds in words, like the first sound in man is Now, this is a late pre-K or early kindergarten skill. And then we move to the end of the word to identify the final sound. So the last sound in sip is P. Again, we are talking beginning of kindergarten and moving them closer to understanding the internal sound structures of the word. Instructions should then focus on medial vowel sounds in consonant vowel consonant words. The middle sound in bet is eh. This is also the point where learners can segment the sounds in words. The sounds in moon are oo, n. We can teach them more about the internal structure of more complex words. It's the location of the phoneme that influence the ease of becoming aware of that phoneme. Take a moment to pause the recording to review these phoneme awareness tasks. Consider if your program includes these tasks in kindergarten and first grade. Learning to read involves everyday encounters with words the novice reader has never before seen in print. Phonemic awareness teaches students to attend to sounds. It primes the connection of sounds to print. It also gives students a way to approach reading new words, and it helps them understand the alphabetic principle that letters and words are systematically representing sounds. The National Reading Panel reviewed 51 studies showing that phonological awareness teaching improved reading achievement. They found systematic and explicit instruction is best. They found that phonemic awareness is transferable across languages, that it's related to automatic sight word retrieval, and that it is necessary but not sufficient for reading acquisition. When we consider instruction in phoneme awareness, keep in mind that lessons should be brief and frequent. They should include no more than 2 to 3 activities per lesson. We gradually move through the developmental progression. Remember, the goal is proficient segmenting and blending of phonemes by the beginning of first grade. We also focus on the oral production of sounds and words. It's critical. Teach the awareness of mouth positions. We know that explicit instruction is critical and that students require immediate and specific feedback. Multimodal techniques like touching, tapping, moving chips, saying the words, saying the sounds, using manipulatives can be beneficial for some learners. Now, at first, we focus on the sounds, not the letters, but then we transition to letters as soon as that's appropriate. That's the segue to phonics. When necessary, you might need pictures to help students identify words. For example, if you are asking students to segment the sounds in mop, you might show them a mop so students can hold the word in their working memory. In the next module, we'll discuss the instructional approach of phonics.